Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Today on this episode, we are joined by Jake Murray. Jake Murray is a mortgage broker. I would call him a friend at this point. We've done some client work together. This interview is about Jake's backstory, how he got into the industry, and a little bit about mindset, all that sort of stuff, fitness. Tons of great stuff in this episode, guys. I hope you enjoy. And this is my conversation with Jake Murray. What's been going on, Jake? I haven't seen you in like almost a year, I don't think.
Yeah, it's probably been about a year, but the old cliche, as everyone says, just been busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been busy with the businesses. Mortgages are busy.
Nice.
People need renewals. It's like
It's the time, right?
it's everyone locked in. This is a conversation I have probably 10 to 15 times a day. Everyone locked into the they're in their early 2020, 2021, and they got the 1.89, they got the 154. People are calling me, and they're like, yeah, I took the 5-year, as they should have. And so everyone's renewals are up, so it's...
now it's your time.
Now it's my time.
Yeah, that's definitely the time.
Yeah.
And then that's exactly the conversation like we were putting out on socials. Is like, when the renewal's up, call me.
Yeah.
We'll have
that was it.
Because that's the thing. It's like there's so much nuance that happens in mortgages, right? That things are changing, your situation's changing, and you never really know where you're going to be a year from now. So you want to kind of plan ahead.
Yeah, that's what I do. But
Jake Murray Mortgages.
Jake Murray Mortgages. Yeah, you guys helped me get out there, which is good.
Also, dude, that video you guys came up with the it was like the Jake, came to my funeral. And
The intervention.
Who came up with that idea?
So I'll have to give a shout out to one of my good buddies, Patrick Fellows.
Yeah.
He's just a creative. He's a hockey player. Most of my friends, we met through hockey, but he was a hockey player and ended up going to Ryerson for film or TMU now, and he knows nothing about mortgages at all. He writes scripts, he wants to be a director and work in film.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to kind of get a little more out there and creative, and so he's like, "Can I try and make some of your videos?" And I'm like, "Sure." And again, knows nothing about mortgages.
Yeah.
And just comes up with these wild ideas, and pretty much is like, "Hey, come over Friday. We're filming this." And
nice.
He's like, "We need 2 of the other boys to come." And
that's it.
We made an intervention video, and it.
Honestly, man, I watched that. I was like, "This is so perfect." Also, it just matches with your personality. You're not a super serious guy, and I think there's so much content out there around mortgages, and just people are so it's all the same. Call me for this, call me for that. It's you're just trying to just be funny and just keep, because also Instagram, right? And that would live great on TikTok. I don't know if you've already posted it there, but that audience I think would work really well there.
Yeah.
And then Instagram, I've seen a couple of videos of these guys on TikTok doing house showings, and they're older guys, and they just make the most insane edits. They're just yeah, I mean, there's a huge lot. It's kind of sick, I guess. You got to shop too. It's these guys are their 60s, and I'm like, how did you think of this?
And it's just different, and
it works.
It's all it is. It's just different, and I guess my thought with everything, and as you guys have helped me with in the past too, it's just be memorable.
Yeah.
We did the video with what do I need, and you guys were throwing stuff at me. It's just be memorable. I want. There's so much hey, here's what rates are today, and I watched that video myself, and I'm like, next, get away from me.
Yeah.
Be memorable, and when 3-5 years, someone thinks oh, I need a mortgage, or what are they going to remember? The guy that had a full acting skit of an intervention, or the guy that sat there and be rates are at 5%.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's a great conversation starter.
Yeah.
Right. I went to a networking event last night, and I realized man, just I let my guard down really early in a conversation, and the conversation flowed super nicely. Yeah. And I was just why do I feel I need to this is what I do, But it's I feel everybody feels that in business, at some point, and it's you just don't need to, because they're gonna remember you because of the conversations you guys have, how long they've known you, and then they'll be oh, I should give Jake a call, maybe he has an idea for me, or maybe
Yeah, there's this saying, and I kind of I quote unquote live by this, but it's no one remembers who you are, what you do, what you did. They remember how you made them feel.
Yeah.
And so something with my business, I try, it's a lot of it's not cold calling, but it's hey, connect with this person
Mm-hmm.
through like my relationships. They're looking for a mortgage, and so I'm calling this person. And I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
give me your most vulnerable information,
Yeah.
and I'm going to tell you what you can afford. So it's like, let's find some commonality. So it's something I try and like strive for when I call. Like, hey, where you from? Like, where'd you grow up? Like, oh, I played hockey too, or my aunt's cousin sister's dog's from there too. And it's like it's like breaking down the barriers, and then it's like making a joke, and like you're good. You guys are really good at that too.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So mortgages now. Take me back all the way to younger. So what were you doing in like elementary and high school? Where'd you grow up?
So we'll go from young Jake. I grew up.
We'll take it all the way back.
Yeah, I'm back. We'll go like I grew up in Stouffville, Ontario.
Cool.
Which most people are like, "Where's that?"
And it's Fergus too. Everyone's
yeah,
like,
Fergus.
Where the fuck's Fergus?
Yeah, Fergus Devils. Yeah, so I grew up in Stouffville, Ontario, and then it's funny because I live in Toronto now, and I tell people, they're like, "Oh, where's that?" I'm like, "It's literally 40 minutes up the road." Do you know Markham? Yes. Okay, it's 10 minutes past that. So Stouffville, and I grew up like your stereotypical like Canadian kid, NHL bound. Like my life was hockey, and it's still a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
I grew up in Stouffville, went to high school in Stouffville, kind of played every sport there was. Eventually, like went to high school, and then again, still thinking like the NHL is your dream. I want to play hockey, and then there comes a time when it's like, oh, this isn't going to be a reality.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, I was in grade 12, and I'm like, what am I going to do? And like,
it's probably a really tough moment. I feel like a lot of kids have had that moment. Like I had some friends in high school who were really, really good, really talented, were playing for the O a little bit, and just weren't able to make it happen.
And then you're like, what do you do? And even like kids that aren't in sports, so like you're 17, 18, and like you feel like you have the world on you. Like I got to decide what to go to college or university for, or a trade. I got to decide, and like I got to do this forever. It's tough, but I remember like I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I knew all my family were kind of in the trades. My dad's in HVAC. My uncles own like electrical businesses. But I was like, I kind of like work with my hands, but I'm like, I don't want to do it for the rest of my life.
Yeah. So you had entrepreneurial people in your life.
Yeah.
Did your dad have his own business?
He did.
Nice. That's awesome.
And then he pivoted. He had his own business, and then this was right when like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody was popular. He pivoted, and he started working at the Royal York in Toronto, and then he started his own business. And Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and I was like in public school, Family Channel, and he started working. He works at the Westin Harbor Castle now. He's worked there for like 15 years.
What's his role? Like still electrician?
He's actually in HVAC, so it's like the refrigeration. I don't know, in my head, I'm like the refrigeration guy at the hotel. So he takes care of like all the fridges and the kitchens and stuff like that.
It's an important role, man.
Yeah,
when they break, it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
Like I've worked in hotels and restaurants a long time, and it's like that's the last thing you want to happen during the day.
Exactly. They need food to serve people. But really had no idea what I wanted to do. Kind of like leaned towards trades, but I was like, probably like the millennial in me was like, I don't want to do that with my hands all the day and whatever. Yeah. And I had it was my cousin's husband was like, why don't you do engineering?
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
And kind of started looking into it a bit, and then another connection, and that's what you find out the world is, like connections. My mom's a hairdresser.
Yeah.
And so like she's basically like, she knows everyone in Stouffville.
Yeah.
Connection through. So then told my mom like, hey, I think I want to do engineering, and she knew a guy at a company that was like a hydro company, and he was a retired director. He cut his wife's hair.
Yeah.
So, and then she's like, well, Phil will take you to, at the time it was called Power Stream, and it's a hydro company. Phil will take you. So he picked me up on like a Tuesday. I had a suit on. And we just went to this like office buildings. I was just shaking everyone's hand, and he was like, this is what these people do. This is what the lines people do. This is the billing department. This is HR.
Yeah.
And I just shook 1,000 people's hands. And like, I remember writing them my notes. I'm like, I got to remember all these people. And
what a go-getter.
Yeah. And just shook everyone's hands, and then we're driving, and he's like, so what do you think? Like, do you want to work in lines? Do you want to work inside? Do you want to work outside? And I was like, both. And he's like, oh, there's a role for that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Cool.
And yeah, so I kind of like, I'm like, what do I have to do that? You pretty much have to go to this school, do this program, took the engineering program, and there's co-ops in that program, and
Nice.
yeah, did whatever I could to get those co-ops
Mm-hmm.
at that company.
Yeah.
And it's called Electra now, but whatever it took to get those, and then pretty much rolled through school, had the co-ops, got hired out of school, started working that,
Nice.
and then yeah, pivoted them.
What school did you go to?
It was so it's Georgian College,
Yeah.
and it was there's a Laurentian University through Georgian Laurentian. It's electrical engineering technology program, and it's basically like a lot of people work at like Honda. You could do like automotive engineering. You could do get into coding.
Mm-hmm.
You could do electrical sales with it. But me and a lot of people in the program, they want to work for Hydro because that's your and it's something that like I realize now that I've lived it and grown through. It's like my parents HVAC and hairdresser, they like back in the day, like you make your 6 figures, you get your pension, you're set for life. Like I got this job at PowerStream Electra, and they're like, oh, you're set now.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm set.
Yeah. What
And
do you
then-
mean I'm set? Question mark. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, maybe this isn't enough. Maybe I want to do more. And then that's
Yeah.
kind of how mortgages came into the picture.
Mm-hmm. What was your day to day like at? Are you still doing both?
Yeah, so I still do
Yeah.
both.
What's your day to day like
Uh,
at the electric? Because I don't really know. I didn't go to school for engineering, so I'm the same. I'm like, what is engineering?
yeah, you're me at 17. So pretty much the department I work in there, and it's large capital builds, and so we pretty much design and build like hydro pole lines, like
Cool.
the poles you see on the side of the road. We work for a lot of like municipalities and larger customers, like especially with like AI getting bigger, data centers are popping up everywhere, and they take a lot of they take a lot of load, is how it's referred in the hydro industry. So we got to upgrade our pole lines and our system. So that's kind of what we do. So
That's
they're
cool.
larger capital builds. So they take like 5-6 years. Sometimes obviously less than that, 1-2 years, but they're longer projects. So it allows me to like, it's easy to manage both.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, day to day is.
It's cool that knowing that like what you're doing is actually making an impact.
It is a cool thing. And it's like, and it was exciting for me at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I do it. I've done it so long. I'm like, oh, it's like, it's whatever. But I
For
remember
sure. Yeah.
like
With anything, right?
seeing my first project like built, and I'm
Yeah.
like, these guys built that. And like, I told them where to put that. Like, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So you're a lot more of the planning behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
That's awesome.
Playing, and probably a lot of those like characteristics of that job got me ready to like, be a good mortgage broker, because like you're handing in estimates, finances behind the scene, and just like talking to people, talking to customers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we talk a lot about that on this podcast actually, is like how, and that's kind of what I wanted to make the theme of, is like what you're doing before, what you thought you were going to do, and what you're doing now, and the bridge in between. And everybody said kind of the same thing. It's like everything I've done has set me up for this, this, and this. And it's like, for me, it's like hospitality set me up for sales, set me up for relationships. And, you know, obviously learning how to shoot, you can learn, and it's amazing. But it's all those like soft skills that you really, really need.
Yeah, which is like, it's just like a domino effect. Like
Exactly.
you put into this, and it's like next thing, and then next thing, I'm like, oh, I can talk to people. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So brings it up to current day. So you're working for which company?
It's Electra.
With mortgages.
Oh, mortgage. Oh, so it's like I'm kind of an independent contractor.
Nice.
So Jake Murray Mortgages.
Yep.
Shout out.
Yep. Call this guy.
Jake Murray Mortgages, but my brokerage is in the brokerage I work with is called HomeWise.
Yep.
Which is it's super cool brokerage. I recently transitioned there in May. Big part of like what I've learned is like your network and your environment is a big piece of like how you grow and what you do and everything like that. And I think HomeWise is just a really good like place with people that are like-minded and they want to grow and they want to but they're also, they have the resources, and they're 6 years in, and it's kind of a tech company / brokerage. It's not your traditional brokerage. There's a lot of technology in place to like be able to be competitive on rates and stuff like that. And
That's awesome.
It's a younger group, and like we have like a team that goes out to events and stuff like that. And everyone's kind of motivating each other to get better there, so it's good. So yeah.
And it's based in Toronto as well.
Yes, based in Toronto.
Cool.
But people, it's like I talk on the phone like people every day. You're based in Toronto. Like, how do you do mortgages? I'm like, I do mortgages. We do like Canada-wide mortgages.
Yeah. Yeah, because they think people aren't buying in Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like, you work in Toronto. Like, how can you help me? I live in Sudbury. I'm like, it's the same thing. You just gotta fill out the stuff online, and 2025 will make it work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know, it's pretty funny. Like the whole world. Like, I was looking at a situation where I was with the current place I'm renting. There was like a rent to buy situation.
Yeah.
So I was kind of breaking down the numbers, and it ended up not working out. Like, meaning it would have been not cash green for us.
Yeah.
For me and my girlfriend. And I think if we had 20% down, it would have been a great thing for us to do. But not being 20% down, we worked out the numbers, and the mortgage payment would have been basically the exact same for what fair market value for rent would be.
Yeah.
So, but it was like a simple phone call like that, and he just asked me some questions, and then was able to give me an actual answer, and I was like, this is amazing. Yeah. And it's cool because it's like, I talked to this, so I've interviewed a couple mortgage brokers on the podcast so far, and I've talked to them about the same ideas, like ChatGPT. Everyone goes to ChatGPT, and they're like, this, or like you go to a TD mortgage calculator.
Yeah.
And it's like, everyone thinks, oh, this is how it actually works, but it's not, because there's so many factors independent of that software or ChatGPT that that you can actually give them real data on, and then you can like skew the numbers a little bit, plus or minus. Like last night I was talking to a gentleman who was saying, like, you know, this one of his clients bought a house was approved for $600K, actually got an $800K mortgage, put a $200,000 garden suite on it, got a mortgage for $800,000, got it refinanced the year after.
Yeah.
And then the mortgage was like nothing the next year. I'm like, that's so, but it's like having skin in the game, having people in your mortgage group who know that stuff or have seen creative things like that work, to actually know it's possible.
Yeah, that's literally it, and that's what I say. Like the role of a mortgage broker is, it's like anyone can go out and like get a mortgage, go to your bank, get a mortgage. Yeah, go on. You can do it online now. But I honestly, like, even on the way here, I mean, like, bulk of my job is talking on the phone. I had like 3 phone calls on the way here, and one of the clients I worked with, she's like, "Hey, I've been playing around with these mortgage calculators. It's funny this came up, and like, I just want to know what I'm approved for." And so like I quickly ran her numbers this morning. I gave her a call, and I'm like, "Yeah, like we're probably looking up in like the 550, 600 range, just based on your income." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "That's what you're approved for, like based on your income." And she's like, I did all the mortgage calculators, and it said $250,000. I thought I was buying a trailer. I'm like, no, really. Like, this, it's the benefit. It's like, I can use your 2-year average. I can, and it's, I can be, you can be creative with things and make it work. And there's options out there for everything. There's a solution for everything. Which is like the fun part, and like why I love mortgages.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's great that you've been able to find something that is like, with you playing sports your whole life, right? Like, the thing that you probably like about mortgages, it's so changing all the time, and it's so different every day. And that's like very similar to sports. It's like you're doing the same activity, but it's a different team. It's a different lineup of guys. You're playing with a different person. Maybe you feel different that day. Like, and I think I relate to that a lot in my job too, is like, the thing that I really enjoy is every day is different. Every day is what I want it to be. I can decide what I want to do. And, I just have never had that before. And I think it's so obvious it's worked, because I was just like, I'm put in an environment where I can just excel.
Yeah. And it's like, it's your like, to run off your analogy, it's your sport, it's your thing.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like, and you feel this way, and you choose how you show up to it. And no, it's a cool thing. And it's like, I was thinking about like driving here, because I knew we would talk about like entrepreneurship and like the benefits of it. And I'm sure you feel this too. It's like, there's not many things in life other than yourself that you can like directly correlate effort in to results, and like see those results. Yeah. Especially like in corporate like jobs, like you get a 9 to 5, and like I can work as hard as I want, but it's still got to go to Brad, my director, and then Brad's kicking his feet up. He took his wife to Punta Cana. Like he's 2 weeks away, and it's like, now I worked hard for a 2-week delay.
I know. Yeah.
So it's like it's your baby, and like you make it what you want, which is the exciting part.
Yeah, it's funny that you bring that up because I think it's so true, and I think like I'm not saying quiet quitting is the way to go by any means.
Everyone quit your jobs
by any means, but I understand when I hear people going through that. I understand.
Yeah.
Because it is true. Like I run into this a lot. A lot of the people we're dealing with are in corporate or they're working in some sort of corporate company, and the delays are insane. I can tell when I'm talking to somebody in corporate versus somebody who's like running their own business.
Yeah.
Like when someone's running their own business, they're like, let's do it now. Like now.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
So what do you mean we're not going to circle back? Take this offline?
It's so funny. Yeah, it's like so true though. And I also think like the thing with entrepreneurship is you've seen us pretty early in our business, seeing what we've been able to grow, which has been super cool to like have you there the whole time. And I think just not getting discouraged, like through the ups and the downs. And we had a moment this year in August, right? Everyone goes away in August, and I thought the world was crashing down because like we had positive momentum the whole year, and then it was like nothing. And I was like, oh, is this going to be a reflection of the rest of the year? That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
And it's just, okay, now I have data. Now I have 3 years of data of like, okay, every August, like I should prepare for that. I should try to bulk load a little bit more and then cash flow the through the August.
Yeah. It's just learning, but it's a funny thing, especially like, and we have similar, we relate to this like with your business and my business. It's like, you never know when your next lead's going to come.
Mm-hmm.
And, and this is something I struggled with early and would have gotten better with is like, and it's probably the competitive part of me.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know I felt it too. I felt it too at the beginning.
I want to, and especially in mortgages, I want to make every deal work, and I want every deal. And like you compete against banks. Sometimes you compete against people knowing someone's uncle's cousin who's a mortgage broker and he got me this rate. And you're kind of tied up with like what you can do with lenders. But obviously you build relationships and people are flexible for you. So that's the benefit of it. But it's like, it's ebbs and flows. You lose one deal, you wake up the next day, you look in your inbox, you could have two there, and you could not. And it's just like it's the same thing with like personal development, showing up every day.
Showing up every day. Yeah.
You've been grinding the gym lately. I noticed that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, just trying. I don't know. This year, like I've always been interested in fitness, and it's funny. I've noticed there's a couple of core themes on these episodes so far, like fitness, music, entrepreneurship, obviously, and like skateboarding's come up a lot, which is pretty hilarious. But
you want to talk about my skateboarding career?
But no, it's been fun, man. Like I just made a kind of a promise to myself in January, like, okay, because like every year I'm like, I would have moments of the gym throughout the year, and I'm like, okay, like fuck, like, and then in January I'd be like, oh, I still look the same, I still look like shit, whatever, and I'm like seriously, like that's the conversation I was having with myself, like, and I was like, okay, Matt, like you're not waking up next January 2026 without a change. Like you have to do fucking something. Yeah. And I just started, and then like in April I worked with a trainer tracking food. And that's like the first time I started like tracking food and fitness, because before it was like fitness was like no problem, I can do it. I love working out. Yeah. But the food part, huge. So that's where it's been fun now, is like seeing what my body can do, and I'm getting stronger, but I'm staying lighter. Yeah. And it's been kind of freaky.
Yeah. It's like obviously a huge part of my life, but it's like, it's such a cool thing to like to tap into, and then you're like, oh my God, this is actually working.
Yeah. And it's the thing was like, I didn't think I would have the time to do it. Like I was talking to my girlfriend about this morning, actually, is like the things that I was doing, I was like, there's no way I can work in another hour in the evening of working out. There's no way I can make sure I'm doing meal prep, food prep. I was like, how am I going to fucking make up all this time? Cause I'm still, working a couple days a week at the bar. Like, yeah. I was like, how am I going to find this? And then I just started doing it slowly and then progress. And now it's like, dude, the energy I feel is insane. Yeah. Like I feel literally 3 times more energy than I did before. Like I'm serious. And I felt like I had a lot of energy before.
You're an energetic guy always.
Literally. And it's just like, it's just crazy. And also I'm doing a sober month in October, and it just like that riddled with like taking some supplements. It's just like
snowballs, and it's
it's
like
crazy.
It's like, and then now it becomes like a non-negotiable for you. Like, and you crave it, right? It's like at those times where I'm like, oh, I still got to work out later. And then you're like, shoot, okay, I'll get there at 6, and like, I'll kind of slowly work through it. Now you're like, I'm excited to work out. Like, I know how I feel at the end of this, and like, that's what I want.
Yeah. I know it's always like the first 20 minutes, I'd say for me, like I'll do 15 on the treadmill first, and then I'll get into it. And then it's like usually the second exercise, I'm like, okay, I'm fucking locked in. I'm locked in. And it's just like, it's just that non-negotiable. Like I know every other day I have to do something at least.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I start to feel my body like being like a little bit more pent up.
Yeah.
When I'm not.
Yeah.
So
it's like I'm using my body for like, I actually had this like I love like sprinting, like sprint workouts.
I know I kind of want to get more into the hybrid athlete style. I think like this year, like it's just been like we can go down the fitness road for a second, but like we can do like I'm doing push pull upper lower.
Yep.
So I'm doing a regular split. Before I was just doing a bro split forever.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing like that, and I've been finding it's been great. After this, I want to do some sort of hybrid stuff because like there's a guy in our building who's just like a sick athlete, and like I just see his workouts, and I'm like, you're like, how do I look like you?
Yeah, you look like an athlete, and like, that's how like And I work with. I'm fortunate enough. I work my sister's fiance. Shout out Wiley Phillips. They met like 6 or 7 years ago, and like I have 3 sisters, so like I've always wanted a brother.
Yeah.
So like any guy my sisters bring home, I'm like,
hopefully you're cool.
Hopefully you're cool. And Wiley's the best. He's like the nicest guy, but his like hobby, like you could have hobbies and like I don't know, like this your job or like motorcycles or like tattoos or music or whatever.
Yeah.
Wiley's hobby is legitimate strength training. And like he was a football player, he played at Laurier, and like he's a firefighter now.
Nice.
In Brampton, but like his hobby is literally like researching 80s like trainers.
That's
and
sick. It sounds like we'd have a good session for sure.
And he's great. And basically he like I connected him to like Gary Roberts, who's a family friend of mine, my best friend's uncle.
Nice.
And he trains like all the elite hockey players now. And so I connected him to Gary and then ended up hiring him as a trainer. So that's what he does on the side.
It's amazing.
But I'm like, Wiley, you still got to make my programs, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you want to do? He like sits down and he's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I just want to feel athletic when I work out.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, we can do that.
Nice.
And what I was going to say about the sprinting part is I was like, sprint workouts or something I'd probably try to do once a week or once every other week. And it's a funny thing you think about, like the general population or the population of the world is like, when did like 90% of the population sprint last? Like, when's the last time you sprinted?
It's true. The last time I sprinted was probably grade 8.
Yeah. And you're like, and it's like, you're like, and you think like back to like prehistoric times, like what humans did. Like they hunted their food, they sprinted, and then they rested. And like you think you feel good after like a strength training workout, do a sprint workout, and after you're like, I could take over the world.
Yeah.
And you're just doing like what your body was like meant to do.
I know, it's funny, and like that's what we were talking about this morning. Is like you have to like, we're not meant as people to sit in front of a computer all day, drive, crazy long distances, like commute an hour there, 2 hours home, sit at a computer all day, and like we were just talking about like her feeling a lot more pent up energy and like anxiety, and I'm like, move your body, like move, like movement first,
1000%.
Movement and diet, and like I'm always like, people have been preaching this to me fucking forever,
and you're probably like, fuck you guys. Like,
no, I was just like, I know. But then I'm like, now I'm like actually seeing the benefits of it. And I'm like, okay, I now understand. My eyes are even more open, you know?
Like they're like telling me this because they know it works. And it's like, it's just consistency. But and it directly correlates to like, you could probably attest to this, like success of your business and like energy and how you show up to work. And it's just like, it's a whole snowball effect. Yeah,
it's totally. And it's just been fun to see. Like, there's this guy I follow on Instagram, Dylan Shannon.
Okay.
Crazy hybrid athlete. Like, I'll show you stuff after. Like, I don't know how he looks like the way he does and sprints as fast as he does, because he's like a big fella. Like,
he's a big boy.
And he is like shredded to like, and just sprints, like does these crazy sprinting workouts. And I'm like, so I definitely relate to that, man. I think, again, it's all the same, like, it's all correlating, because like you can't, if you're just doing some sort of movements, you're going to get hurt hiking with your wife one day.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you're like, oh, I thought you worked it every day.
Yeah.
You're going to get chirped. Like,
that's like a lot of my friends, like, we're getting to the age where, like, it's funny. You have the friends that are like single, and like I'm 28. So, you have friends that are like single and like living their lives, doing their thing, building their business. Then I have friends that are married, have 2 kids.
yeah.
And
dude, I always thought you were like 35. I'm not
really?
gonna lie. I thought you were like
most
33.
Most people do. And
I have a friend who's 28, and yeah, you're very different than you.
Oh, that's funny. That's good. Yeah, no, most people are like, oh yeah, you see, I coach goalies sometimes.
Because that's what you played, right?
I played goalie, yeah. So I coach goalies sometimes, and it's like ages. I've done it for like 12 years, and it's like probably one of the more rewarding things I do in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always a pain in the ass to get there because it's in Stouffville, so it's a lot of driving.
Yeah.
But I get there and I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to drive all the way. I get there and then like you see these, like, I coached 9-year-olds last night.
That's awesome, dude.
9-year-old, they're good. They're AAA players, like they're little like mini athletes, but they're like, they're like just like what's important to them is like the most funny thing. And they're always like, so this is like he's 9 years old and I'm like, Tanner, you having fun today? He's like, yep. I'm like, I'm having fun too. He goes, nice. How old are you? I'm like, how old do you think I am? He's like, 40. I'm like, what? And like that's a big question I get from like, because I was 9.
40 is
and,
crazy.
Yeah, 40. I'm like, you kidding me? And then like the other day on Monday I was coaching, and same question. These 12-year-old girls like, how old are you? I'm like, yes, and they're like, 38. I'm like, how old do you think your coach Drew is? And they're like, 40. I'm like, you think we're 2 years apart? And this guy's like, actually looks 40, probably 50. Like, you think we're 2 years apart? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm 28. They're like, cool.
So silly, man. So silly. So, talk to me about the coaching and the like. You saying it's rewarding. How did you make the active decision to give back? Because I'm doing that in my business as well. Is like doing some coaching at high schools and elementary schools and stuff. And there's a program called Futurepreneur, which I think you could definitely do.
That's really cool.
Where they're just looking for like young business owners who just need help. So like I think giving back is a huge aspect of what I've been trying to do too. But what made you kind of get into it as well?
I mean, I started it when I was like in grade 9. I worked at a golf course with a guy, and he had a goalie business, and the guy was a goalie, and he's like, hey, he was just starting too. He was like 4 or 5 years older than me. He's like, and he finished high school, and he's like, I'm starting a goalie school, and I was like, oh sure, you'll pay me for this.
Yeah.
So I started then, and then I just kind of always did it every year, and then I took a year off after high school to play hockey, and coaching was like my only job. So then I have JM Mortgages. Now I have JM Goaltending.
Nice. Yeah. I think I've seen that.
Yeah. So like JM Goaltending came before the mortgages, but it's because I've been doing it forever. But always did it. And beginning it was like for money because I was young. I was like 17, 18, 19 years old.
Yeah,
and
makes
like,
sense.
And then as I'm older now, it's like I still get paid for it, but it's so rewarding to like. And I think a big part of goaltending, and it's a really cool thing. Goaltenders are like probably 95% mental. Like you have to have the ability, and you have to be like technical and like in the right position and aggressive. But it's very, very mental. Yeah. And so the rewarding piece is like having someone struggle or like not sure how to get there, and then me being like, no, like, what are you thinking in this moment? What are you feeling? Yeah. How does that relate to your performance? And then they start like, okay, yeah, that feels like that. And they connect the dots, and then you get to watch them do that. Yeah. And like you kind of gave them the tools, and you realize like it's not necessarily like you have to work hard as being a goalie, and like you have to have that my slogan's time to battle. Like you have to like battle in you to like, I don't want to get scored on them and do whatever it takes. Yeah. But you have to have like the mental there to back it up.
I know it is the one position I watch in hockey that is the most interesting to me because it's the highest risk and the highest like fear as well. Like these guys are flying down the ice, dude, like going so fast. And it's like, how do these people not die?
Yeah. And they're just ripping a puck at you, and it's like
as hard as they can.
As hard as they can. And like you're just like, you just react. And then it's like
so insane.
But like, yeah, watching and even like watching like someone like think they know what they're doing right, and then looking at it and be like, no, do it like this, and then they do it, and they're like, oh, that's so much easier. Yeah, I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's sweet, man. Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, and do you get the same group of kids every year, or how does it rotate?
Pretty much. Like I'll get like most teams I work with. I guess this is the test of how good of a coach I am, I guess. No, I'm kidding. Like most kids I work with, I'll meet them when they're like 9, 10, 11, and then they'll be like, I want to work with Coach Jake. And like, so they move different teams and stuff, but for the most part, they've stuck with me. So like
You're seeing a progression.
Yeah. So
That's
actually
super cool, man.
When I actually started doing it and like working with, I work with a lot of girls hockey too. A lot of my goalies, I say, a lot of the goalies I worked with, like I met them when they were like 12, and then now they're 18 and they're graduating and they're going to university teams to try out, and like and then now one of the cool things I'm doing right now is I'm working with the 11-year-old girls, 12-year-old girls.
Yeah.
And that was actually one of my students' teams she worked with, but she went to university to play hockey. And so she's like, will you coach my team? Like, because she's working with these 2 little girls.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to leave them without a good coach.
Yeah.
And I'm going to these practices, and they're like, yeah, Mackenzie does this with all the time. I'm like, well, Mackenzie got it from me.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, no, it's a cool thing.
What a cool moment too, because like seeing them actually, come into a young adult and see them pursue things and actually make something of themselves independently as well. And you've always been the little cheerleader, which is amazing. Yeah. And you're also dating an athlete?
Formerly, I was.
I was gonna say we can cut this out if it's not, but that was a whole other list of questions. But anyways, we can move past that.
No worries.
But where does it bring you now? So what are you trying to accomplish in mortgages, and where do you see yourself going in the next couple of years?
I mean, same thing to you guys. It's like I want to build like a business that's something that you can like grow and like eventually have a team.
Mm-hmm.
And just basically like it's same focus. It's like I want to grow a business that's, again, like I don't have to worry about the August because I know it's going to be there. Just a business that grows, but it's I would say the next few years it's like growing that business, building a team, and then at HomeWise, like we're fortunate enough that like they allow you to do that. They want you to come in. They want you to grow a team. They want you to succeed.
Nice. So eventually having your own sort of brokerage team would be the goal.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. That's sweet. Tell me more, man. Tell me what else is going on. I feel like we ripped through a lot in the 37 minutes.
That's all it's been.
Yeah.
37 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it flies by.
Yeah, no, it's good. I love talking about myself, so it's perfect. You're like, what are we going to talk about? I'm like, you. I'm like, okay, perfect. I can do that. I can do that. No,
and then, so you're also trying to grow that golf company as well, right?
Yeah, I did. My one of my good friends and I, Brody, started a golf apparel business.
Mm-hmm. I was talking about this last night, man. I think like entrepreneurs, once they start one business, they don't normally just start one.
All my friends like make a joke of it, and like because a lot of the theme of like my company is like JM something.
Yeah.
And so like anything I do, they're like I help my parents with some landscaping at their house, and they're like, JM landscaping. It's like, including my mom's car, JM detailing. It's like I make a joke of it, but it's true. It's addicting, and it's to be mindful of like not putting. I think there's a beauty in not putting all eggs in one basket, but I think you have to put enough attention to like which one you want to grow.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have the capacity to grow my goaltending business, but I'm okay with that because I only have so much time during my week to balance what I have, but I have the capacity to grow my mortgage business.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Like that directly, like the effort and the time I put into that directly comes to my fulfillment.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, no, the golf closing business, it was more of one of my Brody, he's like super passionate about golf, always worked in the golf industry. He's a teacher too.
Cool.
But like golf.
What grade does he teach?
He teaches at St. Anne's, which is like St. Andrew's College, but for girls.
Cool.
So I think he teaches all grades.
Nice.
These are the good questions I probably should ask. Not a very good friend, I guess.
No, this is just men being men, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Every time, that cliche, so you come home, it's like, what'd you guys talk about? I don't know. Stuff.
It's like, oh, yeah. Spencer got engaged. He's like, oh, my God, can I see the ring? I'm like, what'd the ring look like? I'm like, oh, I didn't ask.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't ask. It's like, when are they getting married? I didn't ask.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's, but yeah, so he's huge passion for golf, and like he would talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to start a clothing company. And eventually I got to the point, and like me having made that jump into like doing stuff and like the fear of being judged, and like I went and just did it. I remember being like, when I made Jam Goaltending's Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
I was like so stressed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder, people are like, oh, you think she starts a goaltending now?
Yeah.
And I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like,
Yeah.
do whatever you want. Like,
Yeah.
if it doesn't succeed, it doesn't succeed. But I was like, I literally looked at Brody and I was like, what's it going to take for us to start things? Because it's now been 5 years
Of talking about it.
of talking about it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, take some action.
Yeah.
Go, start. You don't have to be ready. And he's like, I don't know, like $500. And I was like, perfect, I'll give it to you. Let's go. And we kind of got the ball rolling with like a logo, and like then we started brainstorming, and it was a unique thing. It's called 19th Golf Collective, and we made some merch. Like we got some hats, we got some shirts.
Yeah.
We sold out of our black hats, which is and it's not like I'm not gonna buy my yacht in south of France with this company, like, but it's something I did, and it's cool. Like I go golfing, I wear my clothing, and I see, like, I skated in Stouffville last night with a bunch of guys from around, and I see a couple guys coming in, they're like wearing my hat, because it's a cool thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's sweet, man. No, it's cool to just have that ripple, because you never know what it's going to turn into.
That's it.
And yeah, I think it's huge, like just taking action. I'm kind of the same way in my life. Like we filmed probably 20 episodes, and like everyone's like, "Oh, have you started yet?" I'm like, "We're almost 20 in, dude. Like we have almost 20. We're having episodes coming out till March 6th.
Dude, unbelievable. It's a way to do it too.
We don't even have a fucking title. We don't have a logo. We don't have anything.
And that's like, people are so caught with like analysis and like and doubt and I'm like, just do it.
Yeah.
And like, it sound like Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's literally like, take action and then figure it out, because it's like, you can sit here and like, and plan and prep and be like, I think this is my first steps and my second steps. And it's like, this saying like just came into my head. It's like, everyone knows what they're doing until they get punched in the face.
It's true. Yeah. That's a great saying.
And it's like, you're going to get punched. You're starting a business, you're starting something, you're going to get punched in the face. And it's like, you can't plan for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just adapt.
Yeah. Yeah, and how important has that been to you? Like, have you always been kind of wired that way, where like you just take action, you just enjoy just making it actually happen? Or
I would say no.
Yeah.
And
when do you think that moment was?
Probably. Yeah, I would say no. I would say like I like I said earlier in the chat, like I lived on the life of like growing up in like a smaller town. Like I'm sure Fergus is similar. Like you see people that are like born and raised there and they stay there, and it's you get that 100K job, the pension, and okay, now in 4 years I can buy a house and I can get a dog, and I got my wife now, and like, it's great. And like, there's nothing against that, but it's I think it probably in the last few years, like starting to take action. It's again, snowball effect.
Yeah.
Jam Goaltending, and then I made an Instagram for Jam Goaltending, and then I'm like, huh, no one said anything. Like, this is cool. I'm gonna keep posting. I'm like, I'm getting followers, and it's like, okay. And then like I would say, like, my past relationship showed me a lot of like, just take action, do things. And it's like, okay. And then it kind of, then I moved to Toronto, and then now you realize like that 100K is like, there's people making 200K, 300K, and like, how they doing that? It's like, oh, they just started somewhere. And it's like kind of, and then we have the opportunity of like social media and seeing like, and you get all these people like, I made 500K in 2 weeks.
I know, we talked about that
selling websites.
We talked about that on an episode literally yesterday, of like how I think a lot of entrepreneurs are now, I think it's a lot more relevant now, or maybe we're just seeing it more because it's on socials. But I think there's something to be said about somebody posting about what their life looks like, whether it's real or not.
Yeah.
And some guy sitting in his house being like, I could do that too.
Yeah.
I could sell something on Etsy, or I could make something. I could do videos. Like, I definitely seen a boom in guys making content
1,000%.
who just never made content. I'm like, oh, you're now a photographer? ? Like, you were never interested in it when I was interested in it.
Yeah.
Like, so that's been
this way before you.
Yeah. Well, just like, I didn't know you're interested in it.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
it's people coming out of their shell, and it's like, it's a really cool thing. And I think that was it. Like, it snowballs, and it's like, now, like, we could come up with an idea after this podcast, and we'd be like, whatever, jam lanyards. I'm like, let's start an Instagram.
Yeah, and it's like, it's great though. I completely relate to that same idea, and I'm pretty much the same way. Like, and it comes from Gary Vee talked about it, is like effort versus let me try to figure out the actual quote, but it was like something along the lines of like perfection perfect is never going to make progress, but progress is going to make progress.
Yeah.
He talked about that like that's
unreal.
Yeah, and
unreal.
I was just like, that's such a beautiful quote, because it's just like it's perfect, because it's like we didn't start our business with fucking everything. You met us literally at like year 1, dude. Like we're like totally trying to figure it out, not knowing what we're doing, and now it's like our whole process is so different. Everything what we're doing is so different, and it's just like it's just better because like we had to learn what needed to be done.
Yeah, but like the first thing was like action, starting.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get this going, and then it's a cool thing, and like anyone I talk to, like I encourage, like, try it, start something. What are you interested in?
Yeah, and just see how it goes. Because also, like, if you own a business and you register a business, you go through the process of doing it. You don't need, like, it doesn't just disappear. Yeah. You have that. You still have that. You can put it down for a couple of years and then come back to it. If life gets crazy, you have a kid, whatever, like, you still have that opportunity to do that. And I think people don't know that. And like, they think, oh, if I, like, for us, like, we had to go all in at once. Yeah. But for some people, that might not be the exact same relationship that they have. Like, you have to maybe, there's going to be ebbs and flows in your life. And just know that you can still do that if you want to. It doesn't have to be an all and done thing.
Yeah, she see that a lot in like real estate industry, more probably mortgages. People start like part-time. Yeah. And then they're like, I actually like this, or I'm getting better at this. And then they're like, oh, I'm making enough money, I can do this full-time now. Yeah. Now I can ditch that, I don't know, TTC job I had. Yeah. Not to shit on the TTC, but I'm sure you guys are great.
But no, I know what you mean. That's for sure. And it's like, I don't know, it's been really inspiring to be in this building as well, because it's like I'm surrounded by so many everybody here has a business.
Environment. That's 1,000%.
And it's like, I talk about what we're trying to do in the business as far as financially, and it's like I don't do that from a place of being like, oh, this is what it's just like I'm curious to know what the hell is going on in somebody else's business. Yeah. I'm like, if we're doing X amount and they're doing X amount, how do I get to there?
What are they doing differently? Yeah. And like it's like there's this saying that I kind of rings in the back of my head sometimes. It's like everyone you meet knows something you don't. Yes. And there's always like something you can learn from someone and apply it. And I did this when I started with HomeWise. I like started, and obviously there's a team of brokers, and it's a very like, since it's like a tech-based company, it's very like these are the amount of leads you're getting, this is your conversion rate. It's very like data driven, which is awesome because it shows you progress. It shows you levels, like just saying that the other people in this business that are doing that number, I want to do that number. Yeah. But I made it a point to go for a drink with like the top broker and like, what's your process like? What's different? And like, even me just starting, he's like, oh, you do that? Oh, I'm gonna start doing that. And like, he's a top broker. He's learning from me. Yeah. And I'm like just starting. I'm like, I want to learn the system and do what you do. Yeah. And I'm learning stuff from him, but there's stuff he took out of it and I took out of it. Like, there's our CRM. I'm like, oh, I can have that an app on my phone. Like, I didn't know that. And like, it's and that's something.
Was there any major differences that you noticed between what he's doing and you're doing, or was it just time?
Probably like attitude, which was a huge thing.
It's so funny, man. And I knew you were going to say something like that, because it's always, everyone thinks, oh, it's just the one thing. It's the one thing that he's doing that I'm not doing. As soon as I do that, I'll make fucking $400,000. It's like, no, it's always simple. It always come back to the basics. It's attitude. It's consistency. Yeah. It's how you show up.
Something I say in coaching, and I'll expand what I meant by attitude. Something I say in coaching to my athletes all the time. I'm like, the only two things you can control when you show up here today is your effort and your attitude, and your work ethic. So those kind of go together. But but what I mean by attitude is like, not like again, and it's probably the competitive part of me, was like, I want to save every deal. I want every deal, and a big thing of mortgages is like rate shoppers. Like, you get people that are like, okay, well, look at this branch, I'm getting 380 and you're giving me 385. What can you do for cash back? And this broker's name's Oliver, and Oliver was like, just plain terms. I'm like, what do you do with like people that are telling you that they can get $3.99 at Scotiabank or their branch or whatever? He's like, I'd fucking tell them good luck, kick rocks. Which would mean like my place, I'd be like, okay, like I can see if I can get you $3.95.
Yeah.
And sometimes I did, and I'm like, awesome, I got a win there.
Yeah.
But he's like, the amount of time, energy you're putting into like stretching for that deal, where like this person's just shopping you in, and now the biggest piece, and I'm sure you find this too. I'm happy we got here too. Is I've gotten to the point where like at my business where I'm doing well enough where I can be like, we have a call and I'm like, listen, I can help you get a very good product at a very good rate. And we work with 30 plus lenders. Like we're competitive with everyone. But at the end of the day, if you're going to just get me to get you a rate and then go back to your branch and say, hey, can you get us? And they beat it, and they do. And it happens, and it's a shitty part of the business. But it's like, I want to be like, I don't want to be a tool for you just to get the lowest rate. I want to be someone that, like, I say this to my clients, when we close this, you still have my number. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And if you close it with the bank, the turnover in a bank, like, you don't know if Linda, you close your mortgage, is going to work there in 3 years.
It's
like,
very true.
And
especially with the way the world's going, like people don't hold on to jobs the way they used to.
No. There's so much turnover. And do you want to call me when you have a question, or do you want to call the 1-800 number at CIBC and then you're like, sit on hold, like text me, call me, reach out. Like I'm here to help. And so it's really trying to educate people and tell people, not even educate, tell people that, like, do you want advice or do you want the lowest rate?
Yeah.
And
I asked that question too. In my calls, I say, are you looking for, do you want to work with us because you like our work, or are you looking for the best deal?
Yeah, that's amazing.
And I
want to dap you up for that.
Yeah, it's like that really like sets the precedent back. Like people are like, huh, I actually am looking, because that informs me if they're looking at other competition.
Yeah.
And I ask them, okay, is there anything that you're seeing from them that you're not seeing from us?
Mm.
And I'm like, not really. I'm like, so let's make it work.
Yeah, unreal, dude. And I'm going to take, like, that's the thing. I'm going to take that now, because like I always struggle to find a way to be like, because everyone has a mortgage from a branch or from another broker, and now it's renewing into a new product. Or 99% of people, they get a mortgage and they go to the bank, and it's fine. And a lot of people are up front like, hey, I'm shopping around, which, like, you should. Fair.
Yeah.
But I've always struggled to find a way to be like, hey, if you're shopping around, like,
just at least let me know.
Let me know.
Yeah,
but
it's like dating.
Yeah.
It's like, are you seeing other people too?
Are you seeing other people? Oh my God, you are? Shit.
So I should as well, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, it's like, I think the thing that I've struggled with a lot in business is, like, again, trying to put on that business face. And I've talked to my mentors about this a lot too. It's like trying to be a business person when I'm not a business person by, like, I don't have an MBA. It's like,
I got a question for you. What is a business person?
Exactly. It's like, just you think suit and tie finance guy.
Yeah.
Who's like, has just the most polished.
Yeah. That guy was so good.
Yeah. But it's like, what I've realized is the business guys you meet are like, they're just fucking regular dudes. They're swearing, they're going out for dinner with their wife, getting pissed, and then you know what I mean? Like, they're just crazy
people.
Yeah,
there's people.
And it's like, I realized early, like, how I want to communicate. That's how I am coming back to this conversation, is like, I was communicating in a certain way that I didn't feel like authentically aligned with me.
Yeah.
And it was coming across like, oh, it's just like a surface level dude. And it's like, that's not who I am at a core. And it's like, I've been able to find that in the last couple of years with what I'm doing and how to do it on calls and how to actually connect with somebody.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time it's like, they're just looking for, like, the work that we're doing is, of course matters.
Yeah.
But it's all about how do we get along with that person, and, like, do they feel like they can actually tell me what's going on,
or if they, especially with your industry, like, you're making a video for someone, you're making an edit for someone. I want them to be comfortable enough to me, be like, hey, I don't like this. This sucks.
Exactly.
Not that it's gonna suck, but they're just saying, I don't like this.
Yeah. And there's a process too. It's the same. Like, when we finish a project, I like to sit down. This is what I've been doing this year, is like sitting down with them after, going through all the videos on a call.
Yeah.
And being like, what did you think of the process? How did everything go? Like, what do you think of this? And, like, after we, like, deliver the finals and then they watch it for the first time, like, this is amazing. Like, that has been the coolest moment. And then also being like, hey, would you leave us a review? Like, if this is a positive experience.
Absolutely.
And knowing that, like, hey, like, this is one project, but you still have my phone number, you still have my email, like, let's talk. And again, the beauty as well is, like, you go to a bigger marketing company, you're going to find that 800 number, but
for sure,
you have my phone number
because they're so big.
Call me, bro.
Yeah, call me. And it's like, and it's, I think something you did, like why we're even able to do this, we work together, is like when I called you, like meeting through Ganit.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, it was super easy. Like barriers down. I'm like, I guess you thought I was 35, but we're similar ages.
Yeah, I'm
like,
27.
Yeah, we're similar ages, and like you connect that way. Like I'm like, oh, they're just guys. Like, there's guys that like are gonna shoot my videos for me. This is awesome. And like, and then at the time, like I never shot a video before. I had like interviews in hockey, and then like, that's so cliche, so it's easy to do. But like mortgages aren't exciting.
Yeah.
So I remember like the struggle of like. And you guys made it like so comfortable for me, and I'm like, we'll do it again, and like it's good, try it again, and like I remember that, and like that was like, even like I think even if I like didn't have that and you guys to do this, coming on this podcast, I would have been like, hi, I'm Jake, and I'm so fucking nervous right now, but like no, and it's just people shooting this shit, and I think do you know Chris Williamson?
Yeah.
Chris Willix, I think is his Chris Willix is like his handle on Instagram.
Yeah, maybe the. Diary CEO guy, right?
Yeah. So him, I heard the quote from him. There's two, and then there's one from Barack Obama. You've heard of him, I'm sure. And so Chris had this one quote, and he's like, "Never put people on a pedestal."
Yeah.
And he went through this list of Steve Jobs had, I think it was pancreatic cancer, and he tried to heal it with like oranges and ginger, and like avoided treatment for 8 months trying to do this a natural way.
Wow.
Passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It was one of the artists that like people idolize. I'm gonna say it's Van Gogh. It probably isn't, but it's like he was in crippling debt, and people found like letters on letters asking his friends for loans. Martin Luther King had like recorded 18 infidelities, and it's like we think of these people and we're like, they know what they're doing, they did it so well, but it's like no, like people are people. It's like never put your idols on a pedestal. You can like, I can appreciate like. How disarming you are on a call, like how you bring it down to like just people are talking, and you can take pieces from people, but it's like no one's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I talk about this like in my past, right? Like a lot of people don't know what actually happened. Like I had a pretty traumatic childhood, but nobody will see me and be like, oh, they're like, oh, this kid came from a fucking perfect family.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
And it's like, I totally agree with that, and it's just like you never really know what's going on behind the scenes, and I think it's important too because like I've met a couple of artists who I've like idolized, and they were kind of rude. And I'm like,
you're a bit of a douchebag,
but I'm like, that's what makes a good fucking artist. Like a good, like somebody who's singing about like sad shit, like, and like their songs are so, they're all about heartbreak, they're about love, like whatever. It's because they're going through shit in their life, man. Like look at Johnny Cash.
Yeah,
like,
that's their way to get it out, and it's like everyone's got their outlet.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their outlet, and it's like, it's like you really don't know like the behind the scenes. It's like why you want to treat everyone like, and like I feel joy in that. Like I'm gonna show up how I'm gonna show up for people is like I'm gonna try and be as genuine and nice to people, and like hopefully I get the same. And if I don't, then I'm like, okay, well you kind of suck.
Yeah, exactly.
And move on to the next. That one, and then this Barack Obama I want to say because I think it's a really good quote, and I'm gonna butcher it here and there, but it's longer, but it's like he's like speaking at something. I guess he did a lot of speeches. And one of his few speeches, he's speaking at something, and he's like, I realized never to like idolize people or like put titles or status like above, like again the same thing we're talking about, like people are people. And he's like, I'm at Stanford University, and I'm pretty sure he went to Stanford, and he's like, it's a prestigious school, and like I'm in my class of like 80 people will say whatever major he was in, and he's like, I'm really looking around, I'm like, there's some fucking idiots in this room. And he's like, and then I get into politics, and I'm working in the White House, and he's like, now there's 25 people in the room, and I'm like, I can Linda over there has no idea what she's talking about. And he's like, there's some idiots, and he's like, then I get elected like president of the United States, and I'm at the G7 summit, and there's 7 of the biggest leaders in the world, and I'm like, there's some idiots in this room. Not everyone knows what they're doing. And then he's like, no one knows what they're doing. It ties into the whole theme of like what we talked about, like action, figuring shit out, and like your like business person you were talking about, it ties into that too, because it's like you look at that guy like, oh, that guy knows what he's doing. He's got a suit on.
Yeah, I'm sure like you had the same moment meeting your top broker. You're like, oh, this guy's got it all fucking figured out.
Yeah, this guy knows for sure. But like same thing. Sit down with him. He's like, what's up, bro? How's your day going?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, true. All right, good, man.
We're friends.
Yeah, we're friends. This is awesome. It's like, what are you getting to drink? Okay, you want a beer? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a unique thing, and it's like, I something like you talked about, like mentoring and what you're doing, and it's like giving back. I think it's like, this is like, I get my rocks off of that stuff. Like, a lot of people I meet, and a lot of like, especially in hockey is probably what I do. But like, I had the opportunity to like, I get a lot of people that call me like, because they'll be like, hey, like my son Joel, he like has a really big game. He's really nervous, and like just breaking it down to simplify. And like in the hockey way, I always say like, let's put some like data to this dude. Like, how old are you? And he'll be like, I'm 17. Okay, and he's like, how many shifts you can have in this game? And he's like, I don't know, probably like 50. And then I don't know how my brain got here, but I'm like, okay, how long do you want a hockey career to go for? He's like, well, like till I'm like 30. I'm like, yeah, okay. How many shifts till you're 30? He's like, I don't know, 50,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, so what can you do? He's like, I'm like, you have 50 shifts today, 50,000 the rest of your life, or your hockey career, professional career, junior career, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like, make it, like, count it down. 50, was that a good shift? No, I can do better this shift. 49, okay. I worked hard that shift. That was a good one. 48, let's keep working hard. 47, let's keep working hard.
Yeah. That's a really great way to look at it.
And just boiling it down there, but like, and then you hear these kids go out, and they're like, how'd your game go? And it's like, oh, dude, I killed it. And it's like, I was able to be a piece of that. Like, that's like the coolest thing.
Yeah. And also too, I think it's really great and important to be granular, right? Like, I think a lot of people get caught in that, like, oh, I had a bad day today. It's like, okay, what actually was bad from your day? How long was it, an hour?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to ruin the rest of your day because you had a bad day.
Oh, man.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, the same mindset. It's like you had a bad shift, you're going to ruin your whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really, really huge thing. And it's like, I actually had a call with a client last night. It was like 9 p.m. And she's like, oh, I'm having such a terrible day. And hopefully she doesn't watch this. And
it'll come out months from now.
Yeah, perfect. And she's like, I had a terrible day. And she's like, my car didn't start this morning. And I'm like, oh, like, that really sucks. Like, did you get everything? Yeah. She's like, I got a tow truck came and I got towed, and like I have a rental now. I'm like, sounds like your day got better, but like now it's 9 p.m. and you're still like, today fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah, I know. It's also like there's this thing called the burnt toast theory, where it's like if something,
I think I've heard like piece of this, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like when something happens in your day, you get delayed, it's because you probably missed a car accident or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think about that stuff too, man. And it comes back to like spirituality as well. It's like spirituality doesn't have to be super like, oh, woohoo. It's like, honestly, if you literally pull out, we're literally just on a rock. Like we're just, there's nobody put us here and is like, this is what you have to do.
This is your role.
This is your role. Here's your job.
Sell mortgages.
It's like, you just decided, okay, I'm going to start doing this. And then you found joy in it. That's what the meaning of success is.
1,000%.
Right? And it's just
1,000%.
like, that's why I just think, like me and Troy talked about it. We did an episode together. And it was like, just fucking keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. It doesn't have to be complicated.
KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Yeah. Spirituality, and like, I guess you asked me earlier, like when, like unlocking of like going to the next level, or like not next level. That sounds douchey, but it's like trying to do more things.
Yeah.
And I'll shout out to one of my good friends, Chris Bowman, and we always like made fun of this guy. Not made fun of him. He's a great dude, but like I call him a Walmart version of Matthew McConaughey. He's got like the long hair like him. He's got the slow talking voice. He's like, "What's going on, brother?"
Yeah.
And we're like, he sounds like a mixture of Miles Teller and McConaughey. Looks like a Walmart version. Not a bad looking dude. He's a good looking dude, but he's very like spiritual, and he's really into that stuff. And like I spent a lot more time with him, and that was like the next level of like understanding like other people's emotions and like how you show up, and like that's a huge part of business.
Yeah.
And just life in general. It's like understanding that, and it's been a huge like piece. And it's like, it's not I'm not gonna and then whoever does, I'm not gonna sit on a rock and meditate and like ground myself, and like there's no shame in that. It's just not part of my day to day.
Mm-hmm.
People find joy and people find progression in that. That's great. But unlocking like the understanding, like, why do you think people show up this way?
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, like the traumatic childhood, and it's like learning like, that makes a lot more sense of like why people are showing up this way.
Yeah, exactly. Like something I've gotten a lot better at this year is like just seeing where people are coming from. You know what I mean?
Like empathy. Yeah.
Like I should rephrase that. Like if somebody comes to me and they're in a shit mood, they're yelling at me on the phone, I'm like, okay, this is what's going on in their life. This is not a reflection of me as a person.
Yes.
You know? And it takes a level of self-confidence to get there. Like, again, the amount of times I see this serving, people are like, I fucking hate this meal. I'm like, okay, you're okay to do that.
Yeah.
You can hate
right.
it. I was like, I didn't make it.
Yeah.
That's fine. You know what I mean? Sure. How do I help you?
Sure.
Right?
Can I make this better?
Yeah. And I used to take shit so fucking seriously when people would like get mad about like, oh, this came out wrong or this came out wrong. I would take it like I made it. And now I'm like, okay, I'm sorry that happened. How can we help?
And it's like, it's having that like, you're not internalizing everything. It's like understanding like people are going to show up in their own way. And it's like, what can you choose? You can choose like how you react to it and how you feel it.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's where like values, like your own values come into the things. Yeah. It's like, I value being, this is a Bo word, he'll appreciate this. I call it equanimable.
Cool.
Took me a while. I can't spell it yet, but I understand it. It's like having like equanimity. It's like having mindfulness of like situations. But I choose to like value like having equanimity when I show up to something, like being open and like you said, understanding like this person's all riled up, and like nothing triggers me more than having someone that like thinks like they're just like screaming, or like road rage is a huge thing. I used to be like such a aggressive driver, and now I'm like, I'll get there.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you look over, someone's like flipping you off on the road, and you're like, is it really that bad, John?
Are you actually that mad?
Are you actually that mad?
Yeah.
And if you are, I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Literally.
But it's like, I think it takes a lot of men a long time to fucking figure that out.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, they also say like how you show up and if you have road rage, it's just your ability to process your own emotions and like self-regulate.
Yeah.
Which I thought was like, I was like, fuck, that's like a direct call out.
Yeah. Like, and then, literally, it's like, I took that personally. I take that personally because it's like, I have times where literally like, you get mad on the road and you're like, fuck that person.
Yeah.
I want to just hit them with my car.
It's like so insane, but everybody feels that.
Everybody feels that. And then you're like, all right, what am I going to do with this? Like, can I do anything about it? No. Okay. I'm going to sit here and be angry for 30 more seconds. And then I'm going to be like, oh, I like this song. Cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
And on to the next thing.
Yeah. And it comes back to like control. It's like around the whole idea of control, you know, like I talked about a story when I was in Vietnam and
at the war
when I was traveling.
Thank you for your service.
And it was just like, I remember being super frustrated by like, I had a bus ticket. I thought I had it all figured out.
Yeah.
Showed up to the station. There was no buses there. It was closed. The station was closed.
No way.
And it was like, I was 30 minutes early for my bus. And I was like,
punctual. Good
what the fuck? And I was drunk and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I left a really cool environment to like take this bus.
Yeah.
I was like drinking with these Japanese businessmen. And I was like, they're like, stay, hang out. And I was like, I could stay, but I'm also like, I have to go.
Yeah.
So I left and I showed up and I was like, I was like, I don't speak the language. I like took a little ride there. The guy left and I was like, what do I do? So I was like running around. I need help. Somebody help me. Like freaking out. And then they got me to another bus station. I got on the bus. I was fine. I was early to the other bus. It was like across the city. And I was like, in that moment, that was my first day in Vietnam. It was after I've been traveling for 3 months already. And I realized, I'm like, okay, am I going to ruin the whole month here because I have a fucking shitty attitude and I'm not letting things go with the flow?
Yeah.
Like, can I just relax? So that's like, I had that conversation with myself. I'm like, Matt, you're really going to ruin this trip because you won't just let things flow.
And you probably look back now and you're like, I want to punch that guy.
Yeah.
Like,
it was just, you know, it was the moment granted frustration for sure. But like, I made the active choice to stop the frustration and be like, hey, I'm going to just let things go because this is a new country. They're operating a different way than the last 2 places I was.
Yeah.
So I'm going to flow the way it goes. And it was one of my favorite places I've ever been to.
Where were the other places you went?
So I did Australia, New Zealand, Bali, and Ireland.
Unreal. Ireland, like complete.
Yeah, so my friend lives there, so
Okay.
I broke up the flights, hung out with him for a bit, and then went this way.
That's cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Travel's another like really, really cool thing. And
Yeah.
like I've been fortunate enough to travel like quite a bit.
Yeah, you travel a lot, which is great. Yeah.
Travel's a really like freeing thing, I find, and you probably found this in your travel too. Like you're somewhere in this world on this rock we talked about, and nobody knows who you are.
I know. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And
no one gives a shit
no one
either.
gives, and that's like it puts it in perspective. It's like, and that's like starting a business. Like, why wouldn't you start? No one cares.
Yeah, literally.
Oh.
And it's like nobody know. Like I was never asked what I did for work. I was always asked like, "Why are you here? What's going on?
Where you come from? Where you from?
Yeah. Are you from Canada? Sick.
Yeah.
Like, that was that. It was never about like when I would meet Americans or other Canadians, they would ask me what I do for work.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
No one else cares.
And then I started to think about it. I'm like, why? Why do we do that? Why do we do that? But yeah, I think it's been also like with traveling too. You either have an opportunity to take the flow, go with the flow, literally like ski down the mountain, just let it go, or you have an opportunity to resist every single thing that's going to happen to you, and you're gonna cause friction
everywhere.
That's how I describe it. Is like anytime I would experience friction, so something not going my way or something not going the way I thought it was going to go, I'd be like, okay, this is just a moment of friction. I'm like, just fucking. Me and my friends got a tattoo. Everything's not shitty. ENS.
Yes.
So it's like,
shitty. I like that.
Yeah. So it was like, sure, this moment might be shitty. This moment traveling.
Oh, dude, I love that.
The rain is coming and you're walking your hostel. You're stuck in the rain. That's shitty. Sure. Everything's not shitty though.
Yeah.
Not every single thing. Not this whole trip. Not this whole week. Not so like. That is like a little momentum that I have all the time.
That's unreal. And that's a good, like, I'll take another thing I learned from you. I'll take that away. And it's so true. It's like when you say the piece about like friction and like, it's like, this is just momentary. And it's like friction. And like, and now what do I do with it?
Yeah.
Which is like, again, tie it back to business. Like someone for me goes to the bank and gets a great rate or whatever. And the bank's being super competitive. It's like, I really want this. And boil it down. I really want this money. I want to make this deal.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, I want to grow my business. I want to serve this client. But it's like, that sucks. And I've lost the piece of like, oh, I'll try and fix it.
Yeah.
Whereas like, that's actually a great product for you. I'm like, you have my number. If you need anything, if you have any questions, if you want me to review their commitment, just to make sure it's got all the conditions where you're not getting locked into anything special. I'm like, I'm happy to. Like, I want to genuinely help.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, travel's a cool way to come across that, because like when you travel, you have to plan things for them to work.
Yeah.
Or else you're just in a place.
Yeah.
And so like, and you don't know all these places. So like you show up and like, there's going to be friction.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was kind of like my thing, is like I would just show up to these places, have nowhere to stay, nowhere to go, no idea of what I was going to do. And I would just have the most insane time. I would have so much fun. It's just like, so I realized like that's kind of the way I like to travel. I don't really love planning super. Like I had an idea of the cities I was going to next. Didn't really know when. I would kind of just like figure it out.
Oh, that's unreal.
So I just kind of like did that. And I was like, okay, this is like not as bad as I thought.
I don't know if I could do that.
I know. And it's just some people can't, some people can, but I think everybody can at some point in some capacity. It's just like, what are the things that you need that are important to you? Like, will you take a really long bus ride because you don't care because it's cheap, or do you need to take something like that's where I think it's totally fine to have preferences. It's like you want to take a direct flight that's more expensive because you hate flying, sure. Where I'm like, I'll take fucking 4 layovers if it's like way cheaper, I'll be that guy.
Yeah. Which is again like a cool way to look at things. It's like, I don't look at you differently because you're on 19 layovers, but I'll see you there.
I'll see you there. I'll see you there in 3 weeks.
See you there in 3 weeks, but like, and I can't wait. I'm excited to hang out with you, but I'll be there. I'll have the fridge stocked.
Yeah. So sweet, man. Well, where do people find you, Jake? Where do people want to reach out to you?
People can find me on Instagram. It's Jake Murray Mortgages. People can find me online through the HomeWise website. People can find me on TikTok, Jake Murray Mortgages. Yeah, or you can call Matt, and Matt will give you my number.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vice
100%.
versa.
Dude, thank you so much, man. It's been a
Of course,
pleasure.
this is good.
Great interview. Thank you very much.